A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development, Russian President Vladimir Putin has reiterated that for any peace deal to be possible with Ukraine, the country must relinquish control over certain territories. Speaking during a working visit to Kyrgyzstan, Putin acknowledged that a draft peace plan discussed by the United States and Ukraine could serve as a foundation for future negotiations. However, he emphasized that Ukraine's withdrawal from specific areas is a prerequisite for halting military actions. Putin stated, "If Ukrainian troops leave the territories they occupy, then we will stop fighting. If they don't, we will achieve our aims militarily." This hardline stance raises concerns about the feasibility of negotiations, as it suggests that the Kremlin is unlikely to back down from its territorial demands. The Russian president also dismissed claims that the U.S. Special Envoy, Steve Witkoff, exhibited bias towards Moscow during the peace discussions, labeling such accusations as nonsense. Witkoff's involvement has faced scrutiny, particularly after a leaked phone call revealed him advising a senior Kremlin aide on negotiation strategies. Analysts suggest that despite the U.S.'s optimistic outlook, Putin remains confident in his position, believing he can wait for Ukraine to concede to Russia's terms. This sentiment aligns with the leaked 28-point plan that reportedly requires Ukraine to cede territory it has not been able to hold against Russian advances. Furthermore, Kyiv is expected to accept a reduction in U.S. military assistance and a ban on any future deployment of Western troops, which are seen as unacceptable by Ukrainian officials. Amid these tensions, Ukrainian leaders have called for the release of billions in frozen Russian assets to support their ongoing fight against Russia. The urgency for financial support was highlighted by Ukraine's foreign minister, who urged EU partners to unlock a substantial loan to aid the country. As the situation continues to evolve, the international community remains watchful of the developments in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In related news, France has announced plans to introduce a voluntary military service aimed at young people, reflecting growing concerns about security threats from Russia. President Emmanuel Macron stated that the service would begin by mid-2026, emphasizing the need for mobilization in the face of escalating global threats. This initiative comes after recent comments from military leaders in France, indicating a need for the country to prepare for potential losses in the ongoing geopolitical landscape. The French military service will allow young volunteers to serve for 10 months, receiving compensation and benefits during their tenure. As tensions rise in Eastern Europe, the implications of these military strategies and negotiations could have far-reaching effects on regional security dynamics. Meanwhile, Poland's foreign minister defended the country's decision to allocate $100 million for military aid to Ukraine, linking it to recent sabotage incidents attributed to Russian aggression. The ongoing conflict continues to shape military and diplomatic strategies across Europe, as nations grapple with the realities of a protracted war and its consequences for their security and stability. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.